you see through him? Oh, he did him. He got CNN. Oh, he beat CNN. Did you see that? Oh, man, he got him. He won. He was king for a day. Was he a king? Was he really a king for a day? This is the problem we have with this. He can't do no wrong. People are go ahead, man. It's like a cult they follow him.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up. Just hit present. And, yeah.
All right.
This is an ABC News special report.
We're gonna watch about 5 minutes
now
of this.
Okay.
David Muir.
Good afternoon. We're coming on the air because the jury has now reached a decision in writer Jean Carroll's defamation lawsuit against former President. The jury in this civil trial just moments ago finding liable of defamation in connection with claims brought by Carroll. Carroll accusing the former president of her in Bergdorf Goodman's department store back in 1996. Our investigator,
which he did.
Tursky, has been following the case. He's outside the courthouse here for us. And Aaron, what have you learned as far as breaking this down? Liable for what, and then not liable for what else?
David, this jury reached its verdict in a little bit of...
Okay, so Omar, I want your subjective opinion on this, because this is going to come down to political, social philosophy. Yeah. But when we're talking about what constitutes the full-on R word, okay, do you think digital, right?
Yeah.
Done with the fingers,
Yeah.
constitutes full-on R word? Because I think it does.
Yes, it does.
I think it does.
Any violation or an attempt to, and you can go all the way, but you did some molestation, could be should be defined as because you violated the person's space. You violated them personally. You violated their body. I mean, you stick your finger inside their vagina. What's the difference? I mean,
yeah, like her memory was too cloudy to the point where she couldn't remember if she definitively
I'm surprised they found him guilty. I'm gonna be honest with you, because it's 27 years ago. She don't remember the date or the time or even the year. She didn't even in the year, so she got a break because of the deposition. So the deposition, he's stupid. He just says all the crazy shit. He can't help it. He has
we're gonna go over a breakdown of that. Yeah, and I like how this smoothly connects, because we're gonna go over the verdict, the deposition, then that's going to transition into the town hall. So we got a really good structure going here.
Okay.
But yeah, to circle back, I do think that it constitutes full-on R word.
Yeah.
Even if he did not fully penetrate her. So
3 hours of deliberations after getting the case earlier today, and they found that Carroll was battered and defamed by former President. Interestingly, David, the jury did not find that Carroll proved by a preponderance of evidence that actually her. However, they did find a lesser degree of finding that Carroll in that department store in the mid-1990s, and for that they awarded $2 million. Because
what she could prove was digital, folks. Okay, so just keep that in mind.
Dollars in compensatory damages. More damages were awarded for defamation. They found that did defame Carroll in the form of a social media statement from October of 2022, in which he said that Carroll was not his type, in which he called her claim a hoax and a con job. And for that, the jury awarded another $2 million in compensatory damages, all told. So it's a real win for each. She was seated between her two attorneys, Sean Crowley and Roberta Kaplan.
And a win for the law and democracy.
A satisfied smile on her face, and behind her, the defense attorney for former President. He's not here. He did not show up to this trial, but his defense attorney, Joe Tacopina, sat back in his seat in defeat.
Part of
the
story, Aaron.
I like that guy knowingly taking losses.
As you know, for so much time here, Jean Carroll waited to bring this case forward, years, in fact. Along the way, publicly, the former president saying that Carroll was not his type. That's part of what this defamation part of this trial was. Aaron, stick with us here, because I want to play for the people at home what many believe was a key part of this civil trial. As you heard Aaron point out there, the former president deciding not to show up to testify at this trial in front of these.
That does not help you legally at all. If they're seeing in a defamation case an empty seat, but still a counsel attorney defending that guy, what do you think that spells out about his utter incredulity in terms of this defamation case?
Jurors. Instead, what was shown.
Look, okay, so for our non-audio viewers, pay attention to this photo, because it's going to be of extreme relevance. So from left to right, here's old Donnie himself, Mr. Schmonald himself, Carol herself, Carol's husband at the time. I think I forgot his name.
John Johnson.
Yeah, John Johnson. What a non-fake and totally believable and non-suspect name. Anyway, and Ivana.
Yeah.
Off to the far right here. I don't know who this guy in the middle is, but he's not really relevant.
Where? The black guy?
No, not him. The guy with the beard.
Yeah.
No idea who he is.
Yeah. But
was videotape deposition taken last fall, and he's actually shown in part of that deposition looking at a photo and then mistaking E. Jean Carroll for his ex-wife, saying that's Marla Maples, of course. Again,
Ivana was right there.
Said publicly about E. Jean Carroll that she's not my type. That was
right there, the small picture. Yeah.
Yeah, off to the far right here. That's Ivana.
Defense, at least publicly, and then confusing her in a photograph from years ago with Marla Maples. Here was the moment. Take a listen.
I don't even know who the woman. Let's see. I don't know who. It's Marla.
He is right in front of her in that photo. Keep that in mind. He's right in front of her.
Here. Oh,
The person you just pointed to was
I
Jean
see.
Carroll.
Who is that? Who is this?
And the woman on the right is your then wife.
I don't know.
Ivana?
This was the picture. I assume that's John Johnson. Is that Carol? Because it's very blurry.
Wait, don't know who she is, but you know who her husband was?
Yeah. The whole idea is that he's trying to pretend that he doesn't know how she looks like. You understand?
Yeah.
And it backfired on him. I don't know. Is that my wife? Try to play dumb, and it backfired really bad at him. The person is a walking embarrassment. Everything he does.
You mistook her for your second wife, who you married after that photo was taken. So clearly, she is your type.
I just can't comprehend those people who follow him or adore him or culture. Like the person lies right in your face, and you know he's lying, and you still support that kind of individual because that means you're stupid. Not he's smart because he's making money off you. That means they call him the stupid people president because he is. Because when he sits up,
I
there
love the poorly educated
and talks out of his